Alright, so step one, this is where we are. How do you create this PowerPoint with video, audio? How is that done? Very simple. Now, again, you're going to open up that PowerPoint that you created in week 1. Very simple. And so you open it up, and that's why I tell you do not add any audio and video to it at that point. You could, if you're trying to get ahead of the game, if you wanted to go ahead and create it, you feel like you're ready to do it, that's okay. That's not a problem. But weeks 1, 2, and 3 are kind of like a draft of of your PowerPoint, because you may go back and look at it and you'll say, you know what, I need to do this, I need to do that, or I need to add this and that. So I have an existing PowerPoint. Once again, you're opening up that week 1 PowerPoint. Make sure you're on slide 1, and then we're going to go to the slideshow tab. And if I'm going too fast, all you have to do is just pause the video and then go back. And then right here, you're going to click on record slideshow. And when I click on that, it takes me into this area where I can start recording. Now, if you look down here at the bottom, you have your microphone icon and you have your webcam icon. Make sure there is not a line drawn through them. If it is, you need to click on it, in other words, to turn it on. So if I clicked on it now, it would turn it off. I want it to be on, with my microphone and my webcam on. I know my webcam is on, and as I look at it, it depends on the one that you get. More than likely, I want to say all of them will have a light where you can see that, hey, my webcam is on. Now you'll know after you create this quick video, you'll know, okay, it wasn't on. All right, so worst case scenario is that you don't want to go 20 to 30 minutes and it was not on. So I would try to do a test run first, maybe a quick test run if I were you, while you're doing this. All right, so now you're ready to present. You're ready to talk about your presentation. Of course, slide 1, obviously, you're going to tell me what your subject is, and please make sure you mention your name. That would be very helpful. All right, mention who you are. You are in the character of a teacher, but tell me, tell the audience your name. And so up here in the upper left-hand corner, you're going to click on record. And so I'm going to click on record. Notice it will count down. And so now we are recording. You're talking about slide 1. I'm going to be talking about blah, blah, blah. My name is Harold Fisher. Welcome to my presentation. And so as you are ready to move to your next slide, notice over here on the right hand side you have an arrow. Now when you are moving, be very careful not to talk over as you move from one slide to the next. I think it still records. It's just you want to be extremely careful. I know you can have your notes in front of you, and don't be so glued to your notes that you never look into the webcam. And I don't want to see someone who only looks into the webcam one time. This is, again, just as if you're looking at an audience. You don't want to be glued, just totally glued to your notes to where, you don't even give your audience any attention at all. So be careful with that. All right, so I'm still recording, by the way. I'm just recording all of this. So when I'm ready to stop, I can actually come up here and then click stop. And when I stop, I can go back, or I can actually preview. I can replay this particular slide. Move from one slide to the next. So you hear it. I think it's so you hear the audio. It's just you want to be extremely careful. And so you want to preview each slide. You want to preview and make sure, did I do that right? If you didn't, notice right here you can click clear existing recordings. I think it's going to give you, it gives you a couple of options rather. Clear recordings on current slide, which you could just clear this video, or you can clear it on all slides and just start all over if you want to. All right, so when you feel like and make sure you review all of them. You're going to review the entire thing. Make sure you got it down. You can always go back. Right now I'm not recording. I'm just kind of going through and I'm checking, hey, do I like this? Does this work? Now I know if you notice here, let me stop this. Slide 1, I'm going to be talking. If you notice that the video doesn't necessarily play here, it's okay. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to hit escape. And when I hit escape, I'm going to go into slideshow from the beginning. And so now and see what happens. You're talking about slide 1. So now it's showing you this is what your presentation is going to look like once you save it. Ready to move to your next slide. Notice over here on the right hand side you have an And so it moved. Now I just moved to the next slide instead of waiting for it to move for me. So I just moved. I went ahead and I advanced to the next slide just to show you, hey, here it is. So your video is within the presentation. And like I said, you want to go back and you want to review it before you go and you save it. Now, how do you save it? Remember in the instructions, I told you in step 2, your save your video presentation as an MPEG-4 video file. And so you got to come up here, you got to go to File, and you go to Save As. And when you click Save As, I'm going to click Browse. Now this is 2016, so in 2010 Windows, it should have already popped up just like this. 2016, there's one extra step. So now you got your presentation. Make sure you got to figure out where you're going to save it. So I'm just going to stick it on my I'm going to put it here on my external drive. And you can name it, you can rename it if you want to. And right here where it says Save As Type, here's the key. You're going to click that, and then this pops open, and you should see MPEG-4 video. And you'll click that, and then you'll click Save. And when you click Save, it will automatically it'll automatically save it as a video. I'm not going to do it, but you'll see it saving as a video. Like I said, remember where you're going to save it. Make sure you give it a name, and then change the file type to MPEG-4. You have to do this the right way, because I'm not going to accept it any other way. And so once you save it, and so the next step is, after you saved it, let me go back. The next step is to log into your YouTube account, and so I created a separate video for that. Alright, so if you need to watch this video again, go ahead and watch it again. After you watch this video a few times, and make sure you go through it a few times, if you still have questions, you can always text me or call me. This is Dr. Fisher. Look forward to working with you in the course.